Oh, I'm Handel Thias III, junior editor from the Daily Thunderstorm. I've come to interview you, Mr. Twain.
You've come to what?
Interview you?
Interview. Interview. Interview.
Who are you? The dog?
I'm an interviewer.
How do you spell it?
Spell what?
Interview.
What do you want to spell it for?
Your shot.
Well, I don't want to spell it. I want to see what it means.
How does it feel to be considered a great author?
Oh, well, I'm sorry about it because they have such a sad habit of dying off. Chaucer's dead. Milton's dead. So is Shakespeare. I'm not feeling very well myself.
How old are you?
19 in June.
I'm 80 come August.
Truth is the most valuable thing we have. Let's economize on it.
Oh, of course. Whom do you consider to be the most remarkable man you ever met?
Shakespeare.
Forgive me, sir, but you never could have met Shakespeare. He lived from the late 1500s to the early 1600s, and you are living in the 1800s.
Well, now, if you know more about me than I do, what do you ask me for?
It was only a suggestion. How did you happen to meet him?
Well, I happened to be at his funeral one day, and he asked me to make less noise.
But it's impossible. If you were at Shakespeare's funeral, that would make you almost 200 years old. How do you account for that?
Well, I don't account for it at all.
But at first you said you were only 19, and now it is an awful discrepancy.
You know, many's a time it seemed to me to be a discrepancy, too. How quick you notice a thing.
That was a compliment. You should thank him.
Thank you.
My dear young friend, one of the most striking differences between a cat and a lie is that a cat has only 9 lives. You know, that reminds me of one of my first published stories. It was about a frog, the notorious jumping frog of Calaveras County.
Flies and kept him in practice so constant that he'd nail a fly every time so far as it could see him. Smiley said all a frog wanted was education, and he could do most anything, and I believe him.